Now it's time for question and answers with Weld Tec Designs.
We're gonna go up to our first question, and this comes from @C, it looks like Tina865. So it says, we just picked up a 28-foot Class C from WeldTec 6-inch lift on Friday, and I couldn't be happier. WeldTec has a great team and even better products. If you can swing it, I don't think there is a better upgrade for your coach. Well, that's not even a question. That was just a statement. This is rigged. Why do they start me off with something like that? All right, let's see. I got another one here. It says, dang doggity diggity. Those were some pretty fancy words. I thought you guys were just a bunch of pot smoking, surfboard popping on the sidewalk kind of fellers. I'm not really sure where we're going with these questions because so far I'm going to have to say they suck. Wouldn't you say that? All right, let's see. Hopefully they're going to get better. Maybe we get the crappy ones out of the way. All right, so this one is from, looks like Alomar. I don't know. So by the way, bigger the wheels and tires as better fuel economy until the wheels are not too heavy. Helper bags not being good, or were you just saying that a full air ride suspension is not good off-road? All right, so I'm gonna go with this question. All right, so let's talk about this. I mean, this is one of the common things that we get all the time about air ride. The problem with air ride, and let's look at this, it's not a complete air ride system. Usually you still have a spring or a torsion bar on your vehicle. Most of the times it's a spring, and then people are recommending running an airbag to get additional height out of the vehicle 100% of the time. And that's where I always disagree. An airbag is intended to lift your vehicle or assist your vehicle in the weight carrying capacity of it for the period of which you are towing or you put additional heavy loads in the vehicle. Why I don't like airbags for all the time is because I want articulation. Most of the airbags, I know that there are certain airbags that will allow the bag to come out of the cradle and give you more articulation, more droop, which is going to be really nice. But most airbags actually limit it. If the airbag is 8 inches overall, yes, it'll air up to 8, and that's going to be it. When our leaf spring packs will go farther than 8 inches. And the key is where the wheel will articulate with the spring far enough to keep your contact patch more evenly on the ground, therefore keeping the vehicle more stable. If you're going to be off-roading, your airbag is not going to be able to articulate, and I'm talking about, generally speaking, the airbags that you're going to find that people are recommending putting on these coaches, where we're actually putting a spring on it designed for the weight of your RV. And if you do the spring, you don't need the airbag. So why not just do the spring, do it correctly the first time, and not have to run an airbag or a heavier duty sway bar at all? Let's look at that. Okay, heavier duty sway bar, $800, $900. Okay, airbags, airbag system installed. Okay, so now what? $1,000, $1,200. So now we have $2,000. Oh wait, we got to install the sway bar too. Okay, what is that? Another $400 to add the sway bar in there. So now we're talking $2,200, $2,400. Where a set of our progressive springs are going to roughly run you about $1,700. Now, of course, if you want them installed, that could run you another $1,000. But here's the thing: is it's going to be better all the time, and that's the key. That's why I always say, like, hey, I'm not a fan of airbags pretty much whatsoever. I don't have them on anything, don't need them, but I get why you would want them if you're towing. Maybe you have a fifth wheel, but in the motorhome van setup, I'm just gonna totally disagree and say, no, let's just do the springs and do it right the first time. So that is from, it looks like Alosh, I can't even read these names. Or no, I'm sorry, this was from user 2x7bmmr21, so I don't know. Oh, and then why do you not install air suspension in the rear? It's very simple and cheap and will be free to change the clearance. Free, it's not, like, that's the thing, is like if you're trying to get clearance out of your vehicle by just airing up the bags, I mean, I always tell people, like, you know, have fun, put a 4x4 block in the back of it, and there you go. All right, next question. So, Awesome Dad put, will an Altitude 2-inch kit work with my 2019 Transit HD dually? Well, the Altitude is made for the all-wheel drive kit. If you want a 2-inch kit for your two-wheel drive HD version, you're going to do the Coastal Cruiser kit. So the altitude kit is just for the all-wheel drives, 2020 and up. And if you have a 2019 and older, so 2015 to 2019, it's going to be a 2-inch Coastal Cruiser kit, and that's going to be perfect for you there. Now, let's see, the next question is how much cost the parts, tools to do the job on a 2003 V10 Super Duty box truck? How much, man, either I'm dyslexic or people. All right, so I'm gonna just say, like, how much does it cost with all the parts to do this if you were gonna do it on a box truck? Well, if you're going to do an E450 box van, you're going to be into one of our RV kits. So whether you want to go, just with a getaway kit, you're going to do an adventure kit, or you want to do the off-grid kit. The prices are going to change a little bit. All of the prices are going to be on our website. But if you have an E450 box van, I'm going to suggest you kind of stay with the RV kits, and those can range anywhere from $400 to $5,200 currently right now. But I hope that helps you. Coco 9004. That's the most legit bumper swing out accessories I've ever seen, and that comes from Holdfast 4588. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate that. The NV was a good body style, but whatever reason, you can't appreciate it until it's lifted. You know what's funny is we were actually talking about that today, like how the Nissan NV just looks horrible stock, and once you lift it, it becomes like more proportionate and awesome. I definitely agree with you. Of course, you see that there's nothing better than your springs because you're selling the springs, and their new springs are grateful you're not carrying a massive load. They're also very stiff and the ride quality goes down. So I don't even know which one. I wish I knew what vehicle this was. So of course that you would say there's nothing better than your springs because you're selling to the new springs are great, but you're not carrying a massive load. They're also stiff. So here's the thing. Let's talk about this. So if you were to do a spring that was overbuilt for your vehicle, so let's just say you have an E350 or E450, it doesn't matter what you have, and let's say you have an 8K build out in the rear, so we're going to do a spring to the rear of your vehicle. Well, now if we put a 10K spring in your van or RV, then yes, it's going to ride stiff, but that's the benefit of using a company like Weld Tec Designs is we have so many different springs for different weights of the vehicles that it's not going to ride stiff because we're actually putting in a spring designed for the weight of your vehicle as well as for the amount of suspension height that you want. So yes, I get why people would say, oh, it's just going to ride stiffer, because the problem is other companies just add more leafs to gain you more height. And we're not doing that. We're factoring in all kinds of other things. And if you really want to know more about springs, head over to WTDU, where I do a 3-part video series talking about springs, breaking it down, all the different kinds of springs, and really giving you my 10 cents on what it's all about. How long does it take to get the 5-inch kit up to North California? Well, I mean, you could have that in a few days if you order it. Good luck from Kuwait. Hey, Kuwait, dude, I love that. Seeing people on the other side of the earth hanging out with us. Thank you so much. And that's going to be from FNSCO181. Hey, thanks and welcome to Weld Tec Designs. Thanks for hanging out with me. Nice to see someone actually addressing the issues with these overloaded vehicles instead of just slapping Band-Aids on it and call it done. You'd think that I almost wrote that question myself, except it really is here, and someone else really did write that. Something good, Chris. Michael Good, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's what it's all about. It's not, it's real easy to recommend to you to, hey, I could easily recommend, hey, put airbags on it. Let's put a heavy-duty sway bar on it. Let's put sumo springs on it and put some crappy Coney shocks on it, like I could tell you to put all these things on it and get your money and be like, all right, see you later. And the problem is it's going to make a difference. It's going to be better, but is it better for how much money you spent? I just don't think so. I think our way is better. But hey, I'm the guy peddling it, so really you just have to come out and check it out and enjoy it for yourself and go for a ride, because that's what we do. We offer free test drives here.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Adios, amigos.